Because I feel like maybe some people don't know where things are, and that's okay. Um, but we'll just get started on some of the basics of using Blender. When you first open up your scene, the first thing that will show up is your default cube, and everyone loves a default cube. If you press Tab, it's an important tool that I use. I have my mouse to spin around the middle mouse button just to rotate objects. Pressing Tab will switch between different. So like that's object mode. Tells you up here on the very top left. Object mode. If you press Tab again, that's edit mode. And here we can just kind of manipulate. You can press G or you press space bar according to my settings if you guys want to use my settings. Let's see. Where are my settings? Key map? Key map. People want to like look at this. These are usually my keybinds. Snippet tool. I love snippet tool. But that's how I have my stuff oriented and just like my basic settings of using Blender. So it's a lot of settings. It's a lot of settings. But essentially, here in Blender, I don't know how much I want to go over today with you guys in regards to building things, but I'll try to keep it as basic and simple. At some point later on in this workshop, I'm going to demonstrate some of the things that I'm working on for the ALP 44. And this is going to have a whole variety of different things I'll be doing. Don't feel like you guys need to have the softwares that I use when it comes to building this stuff. It's just over time that I've learned to use other things to get what I need to get accomplished. That's all right. But in Blender, you first open up your scene. You know, you get a spotlight. You have a light right here. You got your camera. Got a question. Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that. My microphone always fucks up. But I was just wondering if I could help out. You guys know I have experience with this stuff.
That's fine.
If you guys want to handle it yourselves, it's fine, but figure it out for.
If you want to help me, like, add some commentary, but also, like, demonstrate what I can.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's fine. This is my first time, so we'll just try to figure this as we go.
Yep.
Dude, sometimes I don't even know where to begin.
Wait, how long has this been going? Like a couple minutes? Or
like 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the most part.
Alright. I'll just kind of like shadow what you're doing. I'll share my screen too.
Okay. In Blender,
I can't share my screen. Fuck.
Oh.
I don't know if you can set that up.
Blender is complicated. Blender is complicated.
You know. Oh, Bit's not online, otherwise ask him. I don't have it. I don't know. Like, if it was online, I'd ask for permission, but he's not. I'll just ask him mod. Not if he's online, I'll ask him.
Yeah, just ask one of the mods online to give you permission.
Okay, so I guess we're going to build something very basic. Let's do that. Because it seems like, I don't even know, because I know the basics. Okay, right, build a tree. But I can't build a tree, you know.
Go over like how to move stuff around, how to import like what's it called? Reference images and all that, because that's the basis of.
Yeah, let's do that actually. So for the first most part, I use a lot of shortcuts. Shortcuts are very important to doing this. Most of the time I just do Control or Shift A. Shift A opens your add toolbox.
Yeah.
And you can
that's a big thing with Blender. It's like the keybinds. If you don't know the keybinds, you're gonna make your life so much harder.
Oh yeah. So we're in Shift A. When you press Shift A, click Image and use Reference. I don't know if that's on by default. For most people. I don't even know. Let me check quick. Image. I don't know. Okay, I think we're good. Is it? import images by S planes. Is that the plugin that allows you to do that?
Yeah, or you could just under add, you can select a reference image. By the way, I sent you a program if you want to add it on your computer so it shows what you're typing.
Oh yeah. Let me download it real quick. It's gonna make it... Wait, how do I use it? How do I download this?
I don't know if that's
Wait, how-
Linux or not. That might just be a Linux program. Yeah, that's a Linux program. Hold up.
Blender Keybond. Man, I should have.
Just search up one that shows it, like anyone that just shows your keybinds. Because I mean, that's kind of important that you know how to do that.
I can list out like the basic ones. Just think of them for a minute. Try. I mean, it's hard to remember all of them off the top of your head without like
Right.
using them, but I could do my best.
So I don't know if you guys know, like, Control S is like one of those important ones. If you need to save something, Control S. It's like my favorite thing. Control Z, go like if you press Tab when you're editing stuff and you use your number keys, so like 1, 2, 3 at the very top left, so change it from vertex mode, edge mode, and then face. So right now I'm in vertex mode. I can manipulate, but if I want to undo that, just do Control Z twice, and that helps you undo what you just did.
I love Control Z, but then you have that moment where it's like real life after you've been using Blender for 3 hours, and then you like fuck something up and you want to like press Control Z and realize like, damn it.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so
It's like a
Control,
mindset.
Control A is to get like open up. So we're gonna do like, I don't know, some. You guys can see my patent library of all the different things that I have. But right now, I think we're gonna do. Do I want to do a rail? Is that basic?
Yeah, starting off
Okay.
with a rail is pretty good. Just if you have an image of a diagram already.
Yeah, I have I have a diagram of it. I just don't know if it's interesting.
I mean, it shows you how to view from like planes and create vertex
Right.
and edges based off those planes.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna
Extruding.
import my rail image. T and N are my favorite friends. T is your toolbox, N is your manipulator transform tools. So if you press N, it'll show you all the coordinates of that object, its location, its scale, its rotation, so on and so forth, and just like the different options that you have for your tools. And T is just like your toolbox, but most of the time I use spacebar to have that more accessible to me. Press spacebar, it's like, oh, I need to use my navigation tools left and right. Press spacebar. I need to rotate it. It's pretty simple and straightforward to access that. Another cool feature with Blender is that, okay, I just imported my image. How do I get this straight and flat? In the rotations panel under, so it's again T and N. So like with your N key, you can just select all of these, which is very neat, and you can press 0 somewhere on above your keyboard, or just like on your numpad, and it'll just center everything. And understanding rotations is very straightforward. Like things are 360 degrees, 180, 90. But essentially it's like, I need to get this figured out where I want my reference image to be, because I don't want it to be on top, but I really want to like use this. Another way to get to the different panels or different top view and side view is using, if you have a numpad, most of the time that will work. I don't know how if you do that with just a basic keyboard, but if you have a numpad, this will help a lot.
If you look at the gizmo on the top right, so that's your blue, green, red thing at the top right of your screen.
Yes.
You can click on
and
those.
This definitely do that. Yeah.
I use like I have a Mac, make fun of me for that, but like it's top left thing. I always forget what it's called, but like the squiggly line, you hold that and then you comes up and it's like front top view, whatever.
Right.
But
I forgot how I do this on like I think it's is it Alt. If you hold down Alt and you use your middle mouse button, that's also another way to navigate. So it's pressing Alt at the same time and using your middle mouse button to
By the way, I sent you an actual program for Windows.
How do I even install this, dude? Install the exe. This works. Guess. Alright. Huh. Yep. Does it show up?
Gonna take me
What's it
home.
called?
Keep something.
Oh, it
Oh,
does show up. It's right there.
There you go.
Is there a way I can like edit this?
If you open up the app, you should be able to edit how it looks and all that.
Loads. Key whiz. Keep it.
Try go into your what's it called? The bottom, like where you see your open apps. That see if it's in there. Up, you have 3 of them open. Alright, go into settings.
Okay.
There, you can change how it looks and all that.
Ooh, I'm gonna get a little creative with this. Stone. Cyber. Wait. Display. Does this display also mouse inputs as well?
No, but I mean,
Okay.
your mouse is visible.
That is true. Okay. I think that's alright. How do I
Go under appearance if you want to move it.
Should I do left? Do left.
Left has left stuff. You won't be blocking the that.
Yeah. Do 4 seconds. Fade. Okay. Does it work? Why do I feel like it's not there? Hello?
Maybe turn the animation down. I think what you did is it made it longer for it to appear.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, it's shown up.
Okay. Okay. I'll just go back to yeah. So essentially, oh man, take a breath, figuring out what I just did. All right, so you guys already have your reference image in. I think I'll just redo that. Shift A. And we can do reference, find your reference image, click this. If you're in the different face views, it would automatically set it so it's like it has already done it by default by 90 degrees. But if I were to do it just like out in the open view, so I'm using middle mouse right now. Shift is basically going left and right. You can pan.
Can I just rejoin real quick? I think I got the permissions to screen share. Just usually got to rejoin.
All right, yeah.
Like you should. Give me the permissions
you should be able to just come up here now that you're a stage moderator.
Oh, I'm a mod. Alright, cool.
By the way, send go into the voice chat and send the image, the reference image, and
okay.
Also what's it called? Make sure people have the plugin as well enabled. Show them how to enable the plugin.
Oh yeah.
To import.
Import. Is it? I don't know if is that normal by default.
Think so. I'll check mine while you're doing it.
Okay. So if you press Z, Z lets you change your guys's like so from wireframe mode, this is wireframe. Do that basic outer shape.
Import images as planes is a default plugin, so just go over how to enable that.
Okay. I think we can just do this. So under edit, so on the top left, so you got file, edit, render, window, and help. Under edit, you can go into preferences, and then under preferences, click add-ons on the left-hand side. And what you want to search for is image as planes. And what you want to do, by default, it's going to be unchecked. So you're going to check that. And then you're going to go automatically down to the 3 bars in the bottom left and click Save Preferences. And it's going to automatically do it. And then you can just X out of that.
Then
and
you
so
should
it's
just
pretty-
be able to drag the image in.
Yeah, so it's like if I were to have the drums and drag the image in, I can just, from my desktop, it's just literally what I'm doing right now.
And
Yeah.
then you would zero it out.
Yeah, usually I would just zero all this out. And then I know on the x-axis, because I use this as an indicator, figure out what plane this is on. So the x-axis, D, and the y. So on the x-axis, I wrote this 90 degrees. But before I even get into any part of doing any of this is just my preference to doing stuff, is that you can go down on the left-hand side to get to this panel. So like, let's say, oh man, I don't have any of these panels. So let's say if I just collapse all these. It's like, crap, how do I get back my panels and stuff? You need your panels back. You can drag a crosshair would show up on one of the corners. You can drag them out. And then under these tools, you would want out these. It's like I want the outliner, and this gives you your basic, your library of your things that you have in the scene. Then if you want to add another panel, drag that up. And then I'm assuming it's preferences. I gotta find this myself. No, not that one. Yeah, okay. Properties. So outliner and properties, and it gives you just a shortcut, Shift F7, and then Shift F9. But by default, you would have these things just there when you open up your Blender scene. But for the most part, I'm going to prepare what I want to do, because I find it very hard to just have my reference just up and open, and I want to kind of isolate it from my object. So if I press Z again, go back to solid, this is going to be pretty annoying. But if I want to like isolate it in just this front end view on the y-axis, that's what I want. But I don't want it showing up on like the global viewport. So I'm going to go down on the right hand side in the properties panel, and I'm going to look for data. In data, you can change how you want your reference image to operate, and you click orthographic. That's not orthographic. No, I think it's perspective. Yeah. So if you turn off perspective, you'll be like, where did it go? But if you just switch it between the different views, it'll still be there. You just got to remember that it's still there. All these other settings, they're important to some degree, but I'm not going to browse over so much of it. But I do want to lower down the opacity of this opacity right here. Click check on that, and you can, I don't know, usually do half, 0.5. There's going to be some other things that save this actually.
What that basically does is just lowers the transparency of the image. So
Pretty much.
safer.
Demo rail. Day 1. Okay. So after I have all that, I have my image prepared, I have my block. I mean, you can delete this, you can still import a new block, doesn't matter. But if you press S, you can scale this image to any scale that you want. And if you want to do an increment, you hold down Control at the same time.
And also do
S
like
once.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
You can also do like S and then a number. So it's like multiplying the size. So if you say
Right.
S 0.1, that's gonna do a tenth of like what it is.
So it's
And that's
like,
what I do a lot. And it's like it's for easy, quick measurement. It's like it does a lot. It helps like insanely. So
it's like if I want to if I just press S once, so it's already in the scale view, and then I do like multiply on my numpad, and I do times 10. It'll scale it by times 10.
And that also works with moving things, like when you press G or
Yep.
yeah,
So it's like you press G. G just basically lets you move
G
things
X
around.
1 would be moving it 1 times on the X-axis.
Yep.
Yeah.
It locks it. So if you press G and you move everything at once, you can press the Y-axis. It's not gonna work, but like the X-axis.
Did you explain
Z
like X,
axis.
Y, and Z is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the most part, I'm just gonna leave this in the center for now. So that's good. Another option is I like to isolate some of the top panel and filter under my scene collection. I have this toggled, selectable. And so it's like, oh, I don't want to like constantly be selecting my reference image. So I'll just like hide it. You know, you can find that button right here. If you can't see your selectable items, you're gonna have to manually operate it and activate it on the top right filter under scene collection. For now, I'm just gonna, so I can't click it. It's gone, but you know, it's still there. Sometimes I like labeling things. So it's like I press F2 and then I'm gonna type in rail reference, just so it's like easier for me to organize these things. And if I want to get really complicated with it, just a new collection, and then I just call these reference images. And then I can just drag that reference image into that folder, and then I can just collapse it, and then it's gone. And then I'll just use my collection. Just got to make sure that if you're going to put stuff in your reference folder, that you're not, what am I trying to say? Just make sure where you're putting things. I just want to have the collection selected so I still can select all my stuff. It's just a way of organizing, essentially. But I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add in a mesh. All right, I'm going to center this object in the middle. And then right now I want to get the, I guess, the outer form. Press Z mode of just the wireframe, and I want to get the contour of the shape itself. It's not going to be the best way. Everyone has their own approach to 3D modeling. But
real quick. The image is not centered on the axis.
It's not. You're right. You are right. I'm going to do that. Yeah, so we're going to follow this guide. So this is the Z-axis right here. It's very faint. It's going to drag it. It seems like it's not fully at an angle, but I think that's just how the rails are in real life. Actually, it's not perfect T-shape for rails in the United States. That's fine. But if I wanted like the X-axis, and also like just by eyes, guess, and you can press R to rotation, just to get it semi-perfect.
Also, if you want to change the pivot of it, go into edit mode and just like move it there. There might be a better way to do it, but like that way, you just move it to where the center, like the pivot is, and then it changes it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like if you move it in edit mode, then that changes the pivot. So like say you wanted the pivot to, instead of being like off to the side, like in the middle on the bottom, like if you go into edit mode and then move the picture, see what I mean?
Can't really get into edit mode with the image for some reason. I can't get into edit mode with the image. It's only in object mode.
Oh, it's just an image. I thought you had the image on like a plane or something.
No. This is just like drag.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. So this is usually how I do my stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lock this. And then the first part is just like, okay, it's the shape right here. I'm gonna press tab. I'm gonna use vertex mode. Press wireframe. Press B. B is for wide selecting objects. The great part about it. But I just want to select these 4 vertices at the bottom. You can just do that. Sick. Then go back to the view that I want. And I'm just gonna drag this up. Seems to be alright. I just want to get the basic shape done for the most part. So I know this object goes all the way up here as well. Zoom in a little bit. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I think what I want to do with this is add... Actually, let's see. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do? Screw the shape.
With the way you did it, you could do it with cuts.
Yeah, I can do it with loop hubs. Sometimes I also freehand it. So if you do Shift A, another tool that I have is the extra, I guess,
Which
plugins
I'll check if that's
preferences.
a base plugin. I don't know.
It is a base plugin. It's extra mesh. So if you just type in extra objects for mesh and for curves, if you activate those two, it gives you all of these extra. So like under mesh, it gives you these extra things. So like I want to add in a single vertex because I don't want to just add a shape. So I can just add that single vertex, but I got to make sure it's like, where's my vertex? Just make sure you have vertex in edit mode selected, and you press A, it selects everything else. I'm gonna freehand do this. Another way to like, if you're really leaning on grids, just do Control S, and then selection of grid, and you can just do that.
And by the way, since you're doing vertex, go over the mirror modifier.
Oh, the mirror modifier. Yes, we'll get to that. I want to get to the basic shape, contour shape first, and then we can move on to the mirroring of it. But essentially, it's like, oh, I only have one vertex. How do I expand beyond that? And if you just press E, it'll basically just give you another vertex to expand on. It's an extrusion. For how I'm looking at this, I look at this basic shapes. I don't need to get everything correct. I don't need to get every single curve 100%. So I'm going to do what I do best is like extend this out. We're going to do a bevel at some point. So it's like, okay, this lines up with this. All right, I need another one that lines up to this angle of the rail as well. And I can press E again, expand it. Okay, and then expand it again on this end. See, the lines already tell you where that angle is going. Pretty simple and straightforward. For this, I don't really care too hard about this. Seems like the pivotal point right here is the center of the rail. And then I keep going down this. Cool. And I can expand this towards the side. I'm gonna do this, and I want to do like a straight like Z. So it's like I already pressed E. I can press the Z axis for up and down, and it's like it's not perfectly horizontal onto this point. I go to the Z axis, and I can press 0. Or is it 0? What is? I think it's just 1 actually. 1? No, I'm wrong. That's good enough. Expand this again, and then put this y-axis. I should probably switch to the global. Yeah, so don't have things on the local. Just do things on global. It's easier. Is my numblock working? Where's this object? X. Cool beans. Cool beans. So this is basic profile of my trail at the moment. And right now I kind of just want to figure out how I'm going to get the angles or the bevels. So if you click one of the vertices, so like, all right, this is object mode, press tab to get back into. Why is it? Because it's in here. Yep, that's why collections are important. Yeah, so I have my object, and let's say the origin of the object's not in the middle. This is going to matter if you're going to mirror things, if you want things to be where you want them to be. If you press Control Shift S, and then cursor to selected, and then press W again, and click Set Origin to 3D Cursor, then now my object can be mirrored on the other side. That is just like a key preparation thing. I'm going to go back to this view. But get the bevels onto the rails. I'm just going to do Control... What is it? Control Shift B? Yeah, Control Shift B. So it's like, if this were to be extruded, Control B would work on an extruded shape. But since we're working with vertices right now, on just only vertices, we're going to have to do Control Shift B. If you use your mouse wheel, we can scroll up. Can't really see it.
This trackpad is just like scrolling up too, but
I don't know how that
Yeah.
would work on a trackpad. I find it very difficult.
You just scroll up.
You just
2
scroll
fingers.
with it.
Interesting. Interesting. But at this point, well, I'm just gonna make it simple. Don't add too many.
Yeah,
Points
because you
to
I
can
it.
would
always use
say
like the
I would
smooth
say
modifier.
3 or 4.
3 or 4 usually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
What's that?
there's a feature in Blender that we'll get to called auto smooth.
Yeah.
I
Well, there's a
love
few
it.
things you could use. You could also use like a bevel modifier. Well, actually, no, not that. That's not a good idea.
It's
But
edge
like,
split, the other one.
yeah, and like, or you could just do it in Studio, like the smooth edge. There's a whole. There's probably like
Yeah.
10 things you could come up with. But
I think for like this
like you
small
said,
bell
we'll
right
get to that.
here, I'm gonna do like one face. Doesn't need to be too bit like complicated because it's something small. Let's say for this bevel, I'm just and do 3. Is that 3? 3. Do that for the other points as well. Click and drag. Same thing here. These 2 points look very similar. Control Shift B again. Do 1 point. The mouse wheel. For how many bevels I want. 1. That's pretty straightforward. So we have our basic contour shape of the rail. But from here, it's like, okay, what do I do next? And if you run into issues where it's like you have double vertices, press W. Merge vertices by distance will just basically remove any similar vertices within threshold. If you expand this, you can see that it starts to try to merge it to nearby vertices. You don't want to do that. Usually leave it to like the most minimal number. But if you have any outliers, it's a good way to delete those. And then we're going to do mirroring right now. So under modifiers, under your properties panel, this is where it's going to get, it's nicer for this version of Blender, but we're going to go under the generate section and we're going to do mirror. You can change this.
Best
So, like,
modifier ever.
best modifier ever.
Hands down.
But we're going to do on the x-axis, and it's going to basically just mirror it on the other side. But you have to make sure that, you know, without mirror. The solidify modifier. For right now, we're gonna just okay. So we have it mirrored. It's not gonna apply it. To manually apply it, you can just click this down arrow, click apply. But usually, I just use the shortcut Control A. You have many ways of doing this. You can just avoid applying the modifier.
Also,
to last.
I would, yeah, you should wait until last in case like
Yeah.
you change something on one side and then you got to change it on the other side. That just
Absolutely.
becomes a pain.
Absolutely. So in this case, I'm just gonna press tab again, get back into edit mode, press A, and then I'm gonna go to the top view. I'm just gonna drag outwards on the y-axis. Let's do a short rail. That's all right. So for the most part, okay, you have your rail, but it's like, oh, my faces are very, very blocky. And there's, I think, multiple ways of doing this. If you press tab again, then you press A, press 3 for faces, press W, and shade smooth, you're gonna get some weird shit like this, and that's okay. What you could do is go under the properties panel, click data, under normals, and have auto smooth checked, and it'll fix and correct the anomalies that would happen. Most of the time I just leave this at 70, just to get basic things.
But also, if you can't remember how to like go into that stuff on the
Also-
right, we could do is you could just go into the top where it says object, and then there's like auto smooth up there.
There
I
is.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
shade
just
auto.
the shade auto smooth one, that's the way I use it. It's like easier to find.
Right,
you can also
right.
right click and find it.
But you have to be in edit mode to do that.
Yeah.
Something real do that and then flip a normal real quick, just show what happens when that occurs.
Like that.
Yeah, but shade just auto smooth it because it'll look weird. Auto smooth, turn on auto smooth.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, it doesn't look weird. Sometimes it'll look weird, but
Right.
You
but
can always
going,
change like
going
the,
over normals is so show your normal overlay real quick.
Yeah, so on the top panel, with the two circles, viewport overlay, you're gonna do face orientation. This is the best way to like indicate, okay, the blue is the good, the red is the bad. To fix this issue, because if you export this to Roblox, they'll just be invisible, and the other face will be showing on the inside.
So
unless you do
like,
double
so
sided.
so for this, yeah, don't do double sided because it messes up the shadows. But
Right.
blue should always be facing the outside of the model. Red should
Mhm.
always be facing the inside.
Yeah, because like unless you do the double sided, which apparently doesn't work, but like or does something, but like it basically the mesh only wants to show one side because
Yep.
in Studio it becomes that like the mesh is just like a texture, and it's like a picture. Imagine like a painting in Minecraft. It only shows one direction, and then if you
Right.
somehow glitch behind it, you're not going to see that way because it's not
Mhm.
meant to show that side. Same thing
Right.
with this.
Right. To fix this pretty simply, I would just go back into tab. It's not vertex. I mean, you can still do it in vertex, edge, face. But you want to do is press Shift N, and then it'll realign all your normal faces to be facing the right direction. You can still manipulate. If I go back, I can switch between, so it's like inside. If you don't want that, you want the blue on the outside.
Jeeves is a free.
And to get back out of the blue, click face orientation, and it'll just go back to normal. But it's like if I want to add creases to any aspect of the rail, so it's like I don't know, on the outside of these edges, press W and do mark sharp. It'll put emphasis on that area.
So
That's like
basically,
right.
it won't auto smooth there.
Yeah, pretty much. And it can get more complicated with other Blender things, but
Yeah,
for the most
seams
part.
and all that.
It's like I want to do these edges right now. That's all right. Yeah, that looks like a pretty decent rail for the most part. And then some people might be asking, how do I fill in this?
F, just select it like the
Grid fill.
but with the line mode.
There are many ways of doing this. You guys probably
Yeah.
hate doing this, but it's just like you all of these.
Or you could just go into the front view and just do that drag
And
over
then
that.
Press S.
Or you could just select it in the
Yeah.
vertices mode and then switch it to lines. That's always easy.
Yeah, you could do that. There's a lot of ways of
Or you
doing
could do
it.
that. Yeah, if you turn
Yeah,
clipping
so-
with using the mirror, always have, well, not always, but like clipping. Figure out what that means. It's hard to explain, but that helps a lot when you're doing stuff like moving it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do it the way that I do it. It's very sophisticated, but usually I try to understand how do I optimize the amount of triangles because I already have a lot of faces. To see like how many vertices that you have. Let's see. How do I do this? Is it under this? Yeah, statistics. I have 92 triangles. How many faces? Objects. I have one object. Pretty good. But right now, I'm gonna figure out how do I fill in this space. I'm gonna do 3 vertices because there's 3 right here. And if you press S, kind of group them together. If you press G on that line up twice, you can move this to a similar place. And I manually do this just because it gives me the most opportunity to figure out how I want to do this. I don't work. So if it has 5 sides, it's not. Is it a quad? Wait, what are they called? What's beyond quads? I forget what they're called.
Quad
I
is
don't know.
4.
Yeah, quad's 4, but if it's 5, like something. Let me pull up this article.
Oh no, you never need geometry to learn Blender.
No.
No, I use geometry because it's important to maximize as many so the model's not lagging the
Who
game.
the fuck likes geometry though? Seriously.
I have to take so much time.
It's always the one like
and open source.
nobody ever pays attention to.
No, yeah, absolutely. Most people don't pay attention to it, and that's fine.
And then that test comes, it's like, fuck.
Yep. It's like 4 right here.
It's
we're gonna have some-
Ngon.
And
Thank you. Tina.
Ngons. We do not want Ngons. We do not want Ngons. They're very awful because when it comes to UV mapping, UV unwrapping, and whatnot, it just makes things a lot difficult. If you're going to do loop cuts, an example that I have, so it's like this is an end gun right here. If I were to press Control R for the loop cut, it's not going to read this end gon because it's not a quad. If it were a quad, Control T to undo it, it makes it a triangle, and select those two faces. Press F to join. Press Control R again, then the loop cut will work flawlessly. But for the most part, try to have triangles and quads for the most part.
Yeah, you did you did say Control T to do it, right?
Yeah. Let's see. What does Control T do again?
Triangulate.
Yeah, for triangulate. What did I just say? So I'm going to keep filling in this space. Keep in mind of triangles and quads. You can press Control R on the lines themselves. I don't know, this is insane. Hey, some people are getting it. Good stuff. Good stuff, people. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is quad right here. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty straightforward. It seems to be 4 here. Control Z is your friend. Quad right there. Actually, let's make it full. Add a loop cut here. This. Make these triangles. And that's fine.
Are you gonna like dissolve edges or?
Normally I don't do dissolve edges. I do this all manually.
No, I was just curious where you're going with this, but
yeah, it doesn't have to look pretty, but for the most part, that gets the job done. Quads. Yeah, those are quads. Yeah, they work. For the most part, yeah, this is good. But if you guys want to get really detailed in just like getting the holes, people want to make their rails look realistic. Another way we're going to teach how to do Boolean cuts. If you get another object, make sure that you have the right collection selected. We're going to do a circle. Don't click anything yet, but in the bottom panel right here, we can change the rotation of the object. So this is the y-axis. Put this to 90 degrees. And I don't want this many faces. I'll do like 8. 8's too much. Is 8 good? 12? 10? I'll just do 8. And then what I'm going to do is going to center this circle. Get to the side that I want to make that cut. Or make the object to cut out from the rail. Press Z for wireframe. And then I'm going to scale it down. If I'm really lazy and I don't want to like guess how to make these circles, press Shift D, do this all the time. That's pretty annoying. To simplify that, I just go into modifiers, edit, array, 3, that's what I need. Change it. So it's like this changes the spacing for the relative offset. But I want it on the y-axis. I can just do this. I'm going to guess where those holes are. But I want to solidify this.
The difference between a relative offset and a constant offset is relative is based off the shape of the model, and then constant is actual just meter distance.
I only keep it on relative offset. I've never used constant offset. Really?
T-Dev said it better than me. It's based off of the object dimensions.
Got it. Okay. But what I want to do is basically apply this. So I'm going to click Control A. That's the shortcut. And then I'm going to go back into edit mode with this object. See, all 3 are there. If I were to not do that, still didn't apply the modifier, it would only apply the edit mode to just that object that I'm arraying. But I want to get all 3 edited. So I can just, we can do this instead. There's multiple ways. Go to the top view, and I want to extrude it this way. And I want to center this more. Edit over here. That looks pretty straightforward. And I'm not gonna make a direct cut right now, but I'm gonna add more loops to this. Let's do 3 G twice under this. How's this gonna work? I'm gonna loop here. One loop cut right here. Another one right here. Maybe another one right here actually. Just to isolate it, just to make my triangles a lot cleaner. And then maybe I can smooth this, shade smooth. And then maybe now I can actually apply that modifier. And then right now we can select the rail. What we're gonna do is add a Boolean, my favorite tool. And for Booleans, there's intersect. They do different things. Actually, we should probably
There's
have the
also
object.
a plugin, the bool tool plugin, if you don't want to do it for the modifiers.
There's a plugin for it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Show me more. Show me more.
Go into edit preferences.
Oh,
Bool tool.
Oh, I already have it. Wait, what is the command for it then?
It should say that there. I always forget it.
Sidebar edit tab.
No,
Excuse
there's
me?
it's control shift or shift control B. Yeah, control shift B. Why did I say it that way?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, that's so helpful.
Instead of doing it through
The properties
you're
panel
being
under
yelled at, by the way,
modifiers.
to mention the what's
What
it called?
part?
Oh, yeah.
Edit mode intersection. What does that mean? Oh. Tell me about this. I don't even use that part. I don't even like search for my stuff. There was like control.
Neither do I really. I mean, every once in a while I'll use it, but
what is the hotkey for that? For searching? I don't remember. Do you guys know? What is it? Chat now.
Wait, sorry, what was the question again?
Just to get to the search panel.
Oh,
it's one of the things you can buy in space too. Like, you know how you get that option when you first start?
Yeah, when you press spacebar. Got it. Okay. It is search. You know, I wish it told me how to do that. We're gonna skip over that. I like the search tool, but I don't use the search tool very often. But essentially, I need to make a cut.
I don't even remember how to get to the search thing. Like, I did back in like 2.79b a while ago, but I obviously stopped using that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I haven't known how to use the search tool ever since.
So I think we're gonna do like union. We're not trying to union this, so it's like I have the rail selected, and we're gonna union this. If you union this, it's gonna group it all together, and that's not what I want. I want the difference, the cutout. So I'll show you the different things. So like intersect is the opposite of union, and difference is the cutout. And if you need to change the threshold to that, your settings are here. Most of the time, you're not needing to change your threshold, but you know, it usually gets the job done. But essentially, I want to apply the Boolean, delete the object that I have in, and then now I have the cuts that I need. And you might get artifacts, and that is fine. So like right here, I'm getting artifacts here. A really good tool that I love to merge vertices along those lines is on the top right on the XYZ. It's an object thing that, what is this called? Auto merge vertices. And what I like doing is just press G twice, drag to the point that I want, just to clean it up.
And by the way, the bool tool, that does the apply automatically.
Okay.
It does everything.
Okay. Does
you
like
just
yeah.
did
Okay.
in the modifier, and it just does it automatically.
Quads. Oh, we love quads. So I need to like clean up these circles right now. So I'm gonna add loop cuts in the top portion of this. I'm gonna delete these faces. press delete, click delete face. Don't want to do that actually. I lied. Don't do that. Only face. We'll just delete only the face and it'll keep all the vertices there. Right now, instead of having to duplicate this multiple times, we'll just work on one, and that's fine. I want to merge these vertices. I want quads, you know. This point goes to this point. That's 4. Triangle's going to be here. That's okay. It's going to be, you know, the most beautiful thing that you have. Same with these points. Put them up. Just really point of preference how you want to do this. What is this up in the middle? Delete that. And I want to extrude it to the middle, so I want to have some depth. If you just click a point on edge select, and you can press Control. Yes. If you hold down Control, you can click one point, and you want to get more than one. Pressing Control and clicking will basically help you get all these. If you want to like deselect it, press Shift, and that'll deselect those things. But right now I want to extrude this in the middle. And I noticed that it's not like 100% in line. I'm gonna press S, and I'm gonna press Z or X. I'm gonna extrude again. It's not in line. S for scale. Press X, and then press 0 on my numpad. And then I know it's not in the middle yet, so I'm gonna press 0 on this. And I'll probably, yeah, do that. There's another loop cut here actually. The knife tool is a very useful tool. Press K. So go back to edit, K, this. Select the vertices. It'll automatically make that cut for you, which is very useful. But I don't want to do it for all the little holes. So what I'm gonna do is just delete all these. And then it's like, oh, I ran into the issue. You know, I want to keep my rails same length, but just for this section, what we could do is kind of do this. Select the faces that you want. Press P to select it from the object, so now it's its own thing. And we want to duplicate it multiple times. And what we could do is I'm going to use the vertex point as a reference. So this is my starting point. And then I need to set that location to the object, to this. And what I could do is Control D for this, Control D, basically duplicate it, but I want it to flip on the other side. And what I could do is press Y, and then it's mirrored again. And then for this object, I want to do the same thing for this, change the origin for this, duplicate, press Y. There you go. So there's going to be a lot of sections that we're going to have to work with, but now I want the regular rails just to be normal. So I can just take this object again, set the location of this, and I'm not going to change it because my point is already there. I'm going to Control D on this, and then Control S, and then selection to cursor. And now we have our different segments, and now we can all group them together at this point. You hold on Shift and click, right click, left click, whatever your guys' settings are, and then press Control J to join. And to merge all these vertices together, press A again, press W, and click merge by distance. And I've noticed that I've selected the end point of this, and then now it's like inside. What you can do is just basically click those faces, press Control or Shift, and just manually delete these. Or delete face. And there we go. And now we have a free rail that we can just extrude out. You know, that looks beautiful. So it's pretty straightforward for the rails. Oh man, it's already been an hour. There's no way. What do I want to go over? Do you guys want to do UV unwrapping? Is that important?
I mean, that's kind of important, but I think that's a more complex thing. I would just go over how to import this into Roblox.
Okay, let's do that.
It's easy. Just go to object and yeah, just
Yeah.
show it. I won't spoil it, but
I think okay. So first things first, I'm gonna open up Roblox Studio. Yeah, Roblox Studio. Ooh, my favorite place. I gotta update it because I haven't opened it in so long.
I love how it always says it's updating like every single time you open it. Like even if you were to open it and close it and open it again, I would say updating. Like obviously it's not updating that often. Like what the fuck is it actually doing?
It's
Who knows,
downloading
man?
viruses to your computer.
Who knows, man?
Oh no.
All right, configuring Roblox Studio. Installing Bitminer. Damn right I am. So first things
That's how
first.
Roblox makes so much money.
No, it's their ad revenue. I'm gonna create a basic base plate. Just have this open on the end. If you don't have a powerful computer, leave this as like a separate step. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to use Roblox. To import objects, Control I, and then I just type in mesh part, and then I need to center this as well.
Well, no,
0.
use the. I know what you're about to do. Use the new model importer.
No, I use the old one because it's easier.
The old now.
Okay, show me.
You gotta publish it to use the old one though.
I have to publish this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And publish the Roblox.
I think
I use the old one though, so.
I use the new one just simply for the increased try count.
Oh, you can get wait, it's an increased try count?
Yeah, it's 20k.
Oh shit. Wait. No way.
You didn't know this?
I had no idea.
It's
I didn't know
20k
this
per
either.
object.
Nah.
Okay, so show
Wow.
me how would I do this?
So go up to home. You're in the home. Go in the import
Yes.
3D.
Import 3D. Okay.
And
All
that
right.
it accepts OBJs, FBX, GB, whatever the fuck too.
Right. I don't do FBX because it's just like it doesn't get the scaling right. But I'm gonna go back into Blender and I need to export
None of
this.
them do. Please.
No,
Yeah,
like the old way, like actually lets me keep the scale that I wanted to keep it at. Then
Well, think
what's
about
it
it.
called? When you import with the new Roblox importer, you can choose the units.
Oh, okay.
Nice thing about FBX is that it like takes the
The
like
texture maps.
textures and stuff, like the UV stuff. With OBJ, you know, it's not a big deal, but you just gotta like re-upload it, which can be pain in the ass.
I think the new model importer can also detect the MTL files with the OBJ.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. First, I'm gonna apply the mirror modifier because we're already done with this model. Like, this is good. It's what I want.
You don't have to do that. When you export it, we'll apply modifiers automatically.
Usually, I just apply all of it. Yeah. Either way, I mean,
you
there's.
can.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I can do that. I didn't really. That's okay. I'm gonna go to File, Export, and I'm gonna do Waveport OBJ. I'm just gonna my desktop. Select. Usually my parameters for setting this up selected only. Object groups, material groups is usually my go-to, and I click Export, and that's all you got to do. And then in Roblox Studio, using the new method, I'm gonna go find that and locate that model itself. So we have this demo rail day 1. Open. Ooh, I've noticed that some of my normals.
That might not be real quick. Go under File Geometry in there. That might be a Roblox. Invert negative faces. That might be a Roblox issue. If it doesn't fix, then it's
no. I think it's the Blender. So we're gonna go back into Blender, and we're gonna go back to the viewport overlay. Yeah, it's a me issue. So what we're gonna do is press Shift N to fix it, and there we go. But now we gotta re-export it again. File, Export, OBJ. Locate the file that I saved it at. So it's this one. Make sure your parameters are by default on the same file. Let's save these settings so you don't have to constantly do it. But export again. Open up Roblox Studio. And then import 3D, demo rail, and then that seems to be pretty straightforward.
And always turn on that invert negative faces. I don't know why, just do it.
Okay.
And then in there you can set your scale unit. So The scale unit is what you made it in Blender, so by default
Where's-
it should be meters.
Where's the scale? Oh, okay. Meters. I did not know that. Okay. That actually is so much more useful. I'm actually gonna have to do this when I export the ALP 44. But I'm gonna click import.
Yeah.
Oh crap, this thing's massive, bro. This thing's massive. And then you gotta change the fidelity of this object as well. So under the properties panel.
Oh, you're in the model. Oh wait,
What do you mean? Yeah, no, wait, where's
you're not in the mesh part. You're not on the mesh part.
Oh, what? It puts it in there?
Because
what?
it creates it as a package that goes into your toolbox.
I did not know that. Okay, but I'm gonna change the render fidelity to precise. And then you can do whatever you want with this. So like, I want to add color now. You can change it any color you want. And that looks like a rail. Metal. Sick. It's my rail,
Wow.
bro. Wow. I use other tools for this. Scale it down to 0.5 scale. Nope, a lie. 0.1. It's like I want to put the rails together now. And I can duplicate this. Drag it out. Is there a way to like do the inverse reflection of it in Roblox?
In Roblox, no.
There's plugins that you can do that,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I don't remember if I can do that. Just like, but if you're trying to just get the rail, Control D, drag out.
FTX might be able to do that.
there's there's a mirror model or plugin, I think.
Yeah. That's designed for Poo Poo CSG.
Yeah. Poo-poo CSG. But
Yeah, there you go. You got your rails. We can press play. I think these
Not
objects
anchored.
I think they are anchored. Yeah, they are.
Maybe just. No, they were above ground.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are anchored.
no, wait, they are anchored.
You lied.
I
You
did
lied to
lie.
me. But yeah, there's your
Because-
rails.
Because by default, when you're importing with the new model editor, it's not anchored. I don't know why.
It does it with the old method as well. I mean, any object. I think any object that you add is not going to be unanchored unless you have that, model that's sort of been published to Roblox and is anchored. We'll do it for you automatically.
Stippy, you wanna
No.
show how to like if you press U in edit mode and like make it shiny on top, just a little more, like make it show them how to do like 2 parts for textures. Just obviously not getting in the UV, but see what I mean?
Oh, can I do this in Roblox?
No.
No.
Oh, you want me to, okay.
I'm talking about going back in the Blender and like making a separate part for the
Yeah.
shiny part on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that with 2 different materials as well, and just
Yeah.
assigning the materials.
How
No.
do I do that?
Real quick, one thing I want to note. You can.
Oh, it's
only-
usually not like all the
for-
way on top. It's usually like somewhere in the middle.
for
like right here.
Yeah,
Roblox.
just do the middle too, Stippy. It's
Okay.
like that.
For Roblox, you can only have 1 material per part. So
Okay.
if you have multiple materials per mesh, you have to split them into 2
Okay.
objects.
Yeah. So if I have this already selected, press P, selection, and now it's its own object. Pull this off. Okay. Sick. Then what we could do is export this top. We're gonna have to re-export this as its own separate file again. And do waveport OBJ.
By the way, you have
Um,
selected only on, so
Yeah, I know.
but you can with the new model editor, you can import multiple parts at once.
Right. So what I'm gonna do here.
Click both meshes and then do it.
I can do this directly. Export.
Yeah, you don't have
And
to
then-
split them. As long as
Okay.
object groups are on, it'll know to flip them around.
I did not know that. We'll call this test 2. Test 2. Cool. Let me go back to Roblox. Delete these 3Ds anymore. Import 3D. Top. Select.
See, yeah, both.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sick. All right. That actually make it a lot easier for me. Let's do centimeters actually. Negative sides.
And by the way, the 20k limit is per object, not like per OBJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the other thing about OBJ is like FBX will like import it ungrouped, whereas if you do OBJ, it like groups them all
No.
together.
Not with the new model
think.
there. Or
Oh.
model importer.
Yeah, this new model importer, I've got to like play with that later and see what it can do. It sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
dude.
It's
I-
actually,
I
it's actually
idea.
try like foil.
Foil. Foil. Where's foil?
F. That's alphabetical.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, foil. So bad.
It's so
In the
bad.
scale.
This is why you don't use default Roblox materials.
Yeah, this is ferocious. Wow. No, it looks so terrible changing the material for this dude.
Brand new rail.
Brick.
Yep, brick.
Glass. Oh, that's grass.
Grass.
Even neon, dude. Like if you want your rails to really shine. I think gray works actually. Maybe? No, it's a lie. I lied to you guys. Yeah. Your rails be blazing, dude. Your rails be... Dude, look this out. There you go. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. I don't know if these are anchored actually.
Nope. Anchored.
Cool beans.
Yeah, they convinced me with the 20k triangle limit to move over to the new model there.
You just convinced me. You just convinced me.
It makes it a lot less work importing it. Plus, you can import multiple objects at once instead of having to do each one manually.
Yeah, maybe I'll start doing OBJ now. It's like that's kind of why I avoided it forever because like you couldn't do the separate part thingy. But
yeah, I guess like for the most part, yeah, this is. I don't know if I'm going to get into more detail about building on the Alp right now. I think we're out of time. I only want to do an hour of this today, but basically,
why'd you make it neon?
I don't want to go into UV.
Yeah,
UV wrapping and all that today. Not fun.
If you make it like metal on top instead of neon, it'll make it look a lot better.
But yeah, I mean,
smart. Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah,
we love smart UV project.
Yeah, UVing is a whole nother speed. He wants me to speed run, bro. If I'm gonna speed run, I'm just not gonna say anything to you. That's literally what it is.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna do that.
For like a basic rail, like the no wait, because you have to negate
flip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people get very complicated and can add in the individual rivets and the little brace between the rail joints. I'm not going to get into doing that.
I need to model them for my what's it called, for my track pack.
But for the most part, yeah, this is maybe a good day to,
T-Dev, go ping one of the mods to add you into the
permission
to manage the channel.
You come up, but like, aren't we almost done?
Yeah, we're pretty much done for the
pretty much done. Yeah.
I was gonna ask earlier, like, if you want to come up, but
if you have any questions, you can type them
obviously
now.
Bobby asked her to speak.
What do you want?
Hello?
Oh, hey, Bobby.
Hey, I just wanted to say hi.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi.
Hey guys, what's up,
Hello,
guys?
Bobby.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? Stippy, how you doing, Stippy?
We're doing pretty good, dude. We're basically wrapping up on our demo.
Oh, that's sweet, dude. Sounds good.
T-Dev, I specifically make sure I wash them.
Oh, QC, dude. Yo, I've seen the stuff you posted on Twitter, man. I've been following up on that, dude. It's looking awesome, dude. It's looking awesome, man. No, you actually are. And who's Trainman97 That's T-Dev? Oh, it's Daniel Bernstein. What's good, dude?
Hi.
My fault, bro.
What's going on?
Hey, yo, Bobby, I follow you on Instagram. I see you with your girlfriend.
Oh, you do? Oh, shoot.
Got him with that one,
Oh,
bro.
shoot.
Got him with that one.
And how did everybody just get in here? all of a sudden?
Hello there, obviously, Booby. I will be making you silver liners via the Arrow 3 model.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Damn,
trying to
Thompson, your voice is deep.
T-Dev, alright, so you're making the Silverliner 4s based from the Silverliner, I'm just for the Arrow 3s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for this from the Arrow 3 model, and then like Step just basically, gave me like some of the best reference pictures possible. I mean, like bogey pictures, underbody pictures, basically everything I could need. So
Of the 4s?
Yeah,
yeah,
That I get, or those the ones I gave you originally?
I think so.
Yeah, dude, T-Dev, I live, alright, I'm gonna dox myself. I live in Doylestown. Basically, there's
Everybody
a train.
knows that.
Okay, yeah, so there you go.
It's not much of a secret.
So basically, you're
I
just saying that I could just like ping you as if you're basically just a drug dealer for photos, right? I could just like ask you
Exactly.
every once in a while, like, hey man, I need some of these from like
I'm off.
here this first spot.
I'm off school tomorrow, so if there's any Silverliner 4s, which normally are parked up in the yard, I can get right up nice and close and get any pictures you might need. Cause yo, I want these to look good, Stippy did a bang up job, but that was already like 3 years ago. Crazy.
I'm not building those again. You bothered me. I'm not building those again.
Not making her silver again until I can put up the diagrams.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And, this guy didn't just make the 4s; he made the 2s as well.
No, the 2s, 3s, and 4s, I think.
They
Wait,
didn't
did I
make the
the
3s. Oh shoot! Are those the arrows? You're making the arrows first.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have the 3s? Let me check.
I mean, it's basically the same damn train. You just remove
No,
the
it's not the same damn
these-
thing.
Just
Yeah,
remove the
these-
center door.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it's more than the
that.
set of doors.
There's
It's more
There's
than
the
that.
two.
There's
Dude,
There's like the
you know
things in the front.
They
like-
Dang, I forgot how many you
There it
need.
is.
Okay, jeez.
Yeah, check it out. Look, see, he made the. Dude, you know what those would be awesome? Look awesome with Substance Painter. But that was
what?
you were made.
What? Too much work. Pay me. Pay me.
Look, man, I have $500 in cash. I wish I could give it to you, but I don't have it on online currency.
That's okay. That's okay.
And look, I have 280,000 Robux in the group, but that's not real money, so I don't know how to
I'll
give it.
come to Doylestown. I'll
I
pick it
mean,
up.
DevX
yeah, you'll pick it up and use it, bro.
Alright, bro.
Yeah, no, I could do. I have like so many projects.
They're
dude.
good.
Crap.
Wait, but by the way,
Well,
that's-
once to
wait.
just give me the 500.
Wait, before we all get like too off task, so yeah, like, if anybody has any
Is
questions.
that a substance painter? The ACS?
Yeah.
Dude,
Can I say
that
something?
looks
Can I say
so
something?
hot.
You need to
Sorry.
Do you
send
see
me the metal you used.
The metal. Let me
I have it too.
real quick.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, so just before we all get too off topic,
Yeah.
so yeah, if anybody has any questions, just like, I mean, I'm,
Put them in the
I
chat. or
Oh,
raise
yeah,
your hand.
respond.
I forgot.
I rarely
that,
ignore the
yeah.
unlike most people, but
Dave, I
so, yeah,
forgot
if
Dave
there's
was a
any
good
questions,
blender.
and also,
Yeah.
Who?
You. I forgot you're like really good at Blender. I completely forgot.
you
Actually,
talking to?
if you want to go ahead and make me some blue liners, I'll pay you Robux.
talking to me.
Robux.
Yeah.
Don't accept soft.
Bro, Stippy's so busy, dude.
Bro.
Every other
$100.
week, Bits
Actually,
like
no,
Stippy's doing this,
I
Stippy's doing this.
don't
I'm
want.
like,
I don't want another project. $250.
Bro, like this takes time. This takes a lot of
I know, I
time.
know.
More
The
projects.
AOP 46 took me 6 months and probably
What?
about 1 month of time.
It
during
looks
those
so
6
good
months.
though.
You said you want
Wait,
the
Substance 3D painters on Steam?
It is.
Yeah,
Because it
yes.
originally wasn't an Adobe product.
Because I don't want to pay
Oh.
for subscription.
I think you could just buy for like $150 on Steam.
It used to be. I got it for 128 before.
You can get it for a
Christmas.
student account.
Yeah.
Oh, you're making the Mac?
Yeah, look, listen. I'm not sure about you guys, but I got it completely for free. Don't
What?
ask how I did. Just
What? That's alright though. Wait, so you wanted the metal for my?
Yeah, whatever metal you used. Because right now the metal I'm using isn't crazy shiny.
See veterans.
How much would I pay?
$250.
Hold on.
My
yeah,
PayPal account.
yeah. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. That's.
man. All right, man. Look.
Use
I bet you
plastic?
someone's just gonna screenshot it for this.
Wait, what's up?
Use plastic?
Wait, how do I use? Hold on. How do we move stuff?
Hello there, marvelously booby. I will be making similarities via the
Yeah,
error.
this is Substance Painter. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, is
this
that whose screen? Who's? Oh, that's
This is-
Stippy's screen.
This
Sorry.
is mine. Yeah. I need to get.
Stippy, are you? How many things are you doing right now? You're doing the AOP 44. You're doing
the Alps?
like,
Yeah.
the Alps. You're doing what else?
A4s. So we got ACS
He's
64s.
eventually gonna be doing that one like French.
Dude,
Yeah,
Bit
this
is definitely.
going.
Dude, Bit is definitely
seven.
paying this dude bank.
There he is. No comment.
See,
Oh, yeah, this is-
what you gotta do now is you gotta put the models up for sale on a 3D model website.
I was
yeah.
thinking about that. But it was just
No,
like,
you could make like a lot of
A
money.
lot.
Yeah.
do you guys
I've
also
thought
do
about it
texture
too, but,
density
like,
stuff
it's
as
too
well?
fucking lazy.
What?
Do you guys do texture density when you guys are UV unwrapping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfun.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Dude, that looks so
Not fun.
complicated, dude.
It's-
I'm gonna stick to map. I'm gonna
This is
stick to
one,
map development, bro.
Bro, I wanna. I just wanna like show you guys.
Dang.
Like, I gotta work on that.
Yo, where's that Stippy? Where's like that one SD40-2W that like Evan commissioned?
Oh
you to do?
yeah.
Where is that? What's that?
Got you, bro.
Dude, I haven't heard anything from this guy about it.
Where
And he was supposed to like put it in my
No,
map.
hold on. Step. I'm gonna need to scroll up real quick. I think I just saw something possibly blue and yellow up there.
What?
Blue and
What was
yellow.
that? What was that?
Blue and yellow?
This?
Who wants that? What?
Dude, that's so
That's-
old.
Oh, that's old. Okay,
That's
old.
really old.
T-Dub's like, yo, that's old, bro.
He's like, that looks
What
nice.
is, what
I'm
is
like,
one-on-one
"Nah."
typing in this? One-on-one's typing in the chat.
Oh, it's this.
Oh, there it
we
is.
go.
I thought it was fully done.
It is fully done.
Where's like the paint and all that?
I gotta relocate the files, which I don't want to do.
Oh
You wanna
shoot.
do that for me?
You can
I
do
will.
go under File,
Shoot, I don't know why is my thing
External Data, and then Find Missing. I know as Find Missing Files,
Wait,
and then you just point
Do you
at
see
the
that
folder
you're-
that they're all in.
you're a full Blender.
I'm full Blender as well.
Do you get paid Robux or USD?
$250 for me to make blue liners. There you go. That's my offer.
Oh no. Wait, are you being serious?
Yes.
Where is
PayPal.
where are the textures? This
You
model?
you can't do Robux, like tons of money in
No.
Robux.
No.
Okay. Alright. What about like if you pull up to my house and they give you like $100 cash?
Unless you're paying for gas as well.
Oh, $150 cash.
Find. Okay.
I do
Oh,
not
dear.
want another project. I am so
Get
getting
up.
burnt out.
I got you, dude. I was just joking around. Oh wait, you know what, QC? Remember when you were like you were like the guy prototyping with like the new overhead wires? Remember that? Remember,
still
like-
I'm still doing that.
Did you
With
see
my
the-
own game?
Did you see the new wires in
I need some work on this someday.
What's it called? We are moving over. We're not going to use meshes for the wires anymore. We're going to actually use
Parts.
not parts. The
Like decals?
constraints. Rope constraints.
Ah. Okay.
Be-
We're
because-
using that for the auxiliary wires. Have you seen the poles in my game?
Yeah,
That
I've seen
Mike
the-
did? They're pretty.
Here,
they're
let
pretty
me
solid,
send-
right?
Look in the chat. Oh, for
Gotcha.
this
Yeah, let me check out
stage.
yours. I think I saw some of yours on Twitter, but
Where is it? Tracks. Oh wait, nope, wrong Blender file.
Clap.
Tita says at Stip, do you do texture commissions?
I'm still just horrible with substance right now. Like I cannot texture probably for crap,
It's
man.
hard. It's hard. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, let me export this to
I
you
have all
guys
the
for
PRR
classic.
ones. Besides PR double ones done. I need to make singles.
Where do I post this? Hey, you guys can download this
If you
texture.
look in what's it called? Chat.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what chat am I looking
I'm
at?
in Stylehag? Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
stage chat.
Yeah, dude, those look sweet. They remind me of the ones on Train Sim, whatever you call them. They look like the ones on Northeast Corridor, Train Sim World 3.
That's why I based them off of. I just
Yeah,
went through
I
and
figured.
looked at it.
Honestly, dude, that's a pretty good reference. You know, you can get any angle you want. You know, like it's a pretty good reference, and they are pretty accurate. So,
Meanwhile, here I am with the Train Sim Classic Arrow, where they skipped out on basically every single underbody.
I-
Though.
yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah.
Wait, there's an arrow. Oh, the classic.
Classic.
Just-
Like,
Just
Yeah.
getting the underbody detail on anything is hard. Like
Oh yeah,
I think when I was
it's
doing
fun,
the
but it's
ACS,
hard. Yeah.
I just used a Bachman model, and I was just like, I'm gonna guess this. I'm not gonna.
Oh, what's up, Silver?
Figure it out.
Silverliner
So
agent.
What's it called? You gotta.
Yo.
Yo,
you
Silverliner
gotta get
agent makes
someone
trains too, but he
that
makes
can-
British trains.
That
for
can
some
get like up close and personal with the train, and then just get photos of the underneath with a flash camera.
But I don't live on the East Coast. I live in Colorado.
Find
Actually, you
someone
do have
that
a-
can.
He has access to Silverliner 5s.
Yeah,
Because
but
the
it's just
RT
like.
But how is he
RTD
gonna look under a Silverliner 5? And there's a
You
difference.
you get on the floor and start looking under and taking
Can you like
photos.
lay under the track when the train's
Dude.
going over?
Dude, my
Yes.
uncle's gonna
Great
get mad
idea.
at me.
Just
My
like
uncle
10
works
out
at
of 10. Nothing could go wrong.
My uncle works at
Nothing
Amtrak,
Yep.
so it's like I still get kicked out regardless.
Oh, look at Silver's. Oh!
Oh yeah,
Septa!
Septa.
Wait, why don't I have that new model? What the frick, dude?
What do you
I saw the
mean?
older Silver. I saw the.
Yeah, because
Do you know what we
I
need?
haven't-
Do you know why?
finished yet?
He
Bobby,
has to
Bobby,
finish all the
Bobby.
deliveries first.
Whoa.
It doesn't have it yet either, so.
Oh,
It doesn't have it.
Yeah, the
That-
deliveries
that-
have to be
that-
finished.
no, I'm so
Yeah.
confused though. Like, we have like these super high quality AEMs, ACS, AOPs, but the comic coaches are awful. They're,
No,
like,
listen.
These
I already
new
told
comics.
Ben.
Come on,
No,
guys.
hold on. I already
what
told Ben I'm gonna be working on those. All right, like after
Alright, bet,
that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
101 just hired this dude after just posting it in the chat.
Bobby's out here complaining about Bits game, but doesn't actually contribute.
I don't want to be the one.
101, why'd you just hire this dude? You just hired Silver right away, bro. Sorry, it's in the chat. 101, what are you doing?
Are you still live streaming, QC?
Yeah, I'm still live streaming this. This goes on the DVR.
Blame Bobby. Everyone blame
Silver, is that
Bobby.
number 40? What is that? What team locomotive is that? What? Silver, can you please make New Hope 40? It's a Baldwin 280.
We think we're
You got diagrams?
we think we're finished here.
Do I have
so-
diagrams?
I think
No
we're
idea.
good here. I think it's good here.
All right.
Dude, freaking Evan never said. Oh god, you're making an ALP 44.